Early 2026. Look around you. The financial world has officially lost its mind. Nvidia is now trading at a market capitalization of $4.6 trillion. To put that number into perspective, that's larger than the GDP of Germany. It's larger than the entire value of all listed companies in the United Kingdom combined. Their CEO, Jensen Huang, isn't just a businessman anymore. He is the messiah of Silicon Valley. Turn on the news and you hear the chorus. Data is the new oil. Chips are the new god. Buy now or stay poor forever. And the average person, they are listening. Retail investors are leveraging their student loans, maxing out credit cards, and selling their kidneys to buy call options on stocks they don't understand.
It's a paradigm shift. It's the singularity. If I don't buy now, I'll be working at McDonald's forever. To the moon!
It feels like a new golden age. It feels like infinite wealth. But if you're old enough to remember the year 1999, you have a sickening feeling in your stomach. We've seen this movie before. It stars a revolutionary technology that promises to change everything. It features CEOs spending billions on infrastructure that nobody's using yet. And spoiler alert, the ship sinks at the end. Welcome to the bubble. Let's cut through the hype and look at the mechanics of the scam. History teaches us one brutal lesson. In a gold rush, don't be the miner digging in the dirt. Be the guy selling the shovels. In 1849, the miners died broke. The guys selling jeans and pickaxes retired to mansions. In 2000, during the Dotcom Bubble, everyone thought Pets.com would rule the world. They went to zero. But the companies building the internet cables became the most valuable companies on Earth.
Today, that shovel seller is Nvidia. Every tech giant, Microsoft, Google, Meta, is currently trapped in a prisoner's dilemma.
They're all terrified. They know that if they don't spend $50 billion this year on AI chips, they might become irrelevant. So they're panic buying. They're not buying chips because they have a profitable use for them. They're buying chips because they're afraid their neighbor will buy them first.
The more you buy, the more you save.
That is the greatest sales pitch in human history. The more you buy, the more you save.
This panic spending has given Nvidia gross margins of 75%.
That's not a business, that's a tax on the entire technology sector. But here's the question nobody on Wall Street wants to ask. If everyone buys a $40,000 shovel, eventually they need to find some gold, right? If they dig and find nothing, what happens to the price of the shovel? Wall Street analysts scream, "Look at the revenue, the AI economy is booming." But let's perform an autopsy on that revenue, because right now the AI economy looks suspiciously like a money laundering operation. We call it the circular money loop. Here's how it works.
Microsoft invests $10 billion into a startup called OpenAI.
But most of that money comes in the form of cloud credits.
So OpenAI takes that $10 billion and hands it right back to Microsoft to use their Azure servers. Then OpenAI needs chips, so they pay Nvidia. Then Nvidia reports massive earnings, and where does Nvidia park its data? Back on Microsoft's servers. Here, OpenAI, go build the future.
Thanks, Dad. Hey, Nvidia, I need 50,000 GPUs.
Pleasure doing business. Hey, Microsoft, here's my cloud bill.
The money goes from Microsoft's left pocket, travels around the world, and ends up in Microsoft's right pocket. They're booking revenue by spending their own cash reserves. It creates the illusion of a booming economy, but nobody outside this circle is actually buying the product yet. Grandma isn't paying $20 a month for chatbots. The local bakery isn't using AI to bake bread. The end user adoption is stalling. When the cash reserves run out, the washing machine stops spinning, and the silence will be deafening. While the giants play their trillion-dollar game of musical chairs, we have the bottom feeders, the startups. Silicon Valley has a favorite hobby: setting money on fire. In 2021, every startup was a crypto company. In 2022, they were metaverse companies. In 2026, they are all agentic AI companies. Walk into any venture capital office today and you will see the same scene. A 22-year-old founder pitching a revolutionary AI. Let's call it smarttoast.ai.
It's not just a toaster, it's an agentic bread optimization platform. It uses LLMs to analyze your bagel's sentiment.
Does it make better toast?
No, but it has a chatbot and a .ai domain name.
Shut up and take my $50 million.
This is the trap. 99% of these companies are what we call wrappers. They are just a thin, pretty website sitting on top of an API they don't own. They have no moat. They have no defense. The moment the big guys release a free update, these companies go to zero overnight. It's like opening a Blockbuster video store right when Netflix launched streaming. You aren't building a business, you are building a feature for Microsoft. But let's assume the tech is amazing. Let's assume the wrapper companies survive. We still hit a wall. A physical wall that no amount of hype can climb over. AI is not magic fairy dust. It is electricity and silicon, and we are running out of both. A single chatbot query uses 10 times the energy of a search engine query. To scale AI to the level they promise, we would need to double the entire energy grid of the United States in the next 5 years. That is physically impossible. Microsoft is literally planning to restart decommissioned nuclear reactors just to feed their data centers. We're replacing coal miners with data miners, but the pollution is just as real. And we're running out of data. AI has already read the entire internet, every book, every tweet, every Reddit argument. It is hungry for more, but there is nothing left to eat, so it starts training on its own generated content. Researchers call this model collapse. It's like a cow eating a burger made of beef. It gets mad cow disease. The AI starts to hallucinate. It gets dumber. The output becomes garbage. The exponential curve flattens. There is one final lie we need to dismantle. The lie of productivity. They tell you AI will make you superhuman. They tell you it's a co-pilot. But let's be honest about what corporate America wants. They don't want to make you faster. They want to make you cheaper. Or better yet, absent.
Joe, this AI tool makes you 5 times more productive. Isn't that great?
Awesome. Does that mean I can work 5 times less?
No. It means I can fire the other 4 guys, and you can do all their work for the same pay. Until we figure out how to automate you, too.
This is the productivity paradox. AI creates massive supply, code, art, text, but it destroys demand, wages. If companies fire all the Joes, who is left to buy the smart toasters? The bubble assumes AI makes companies infinite money, but if it destroys the consumer class, the math breaks. It's a race to the bottom, and the finish line is a massive recession. So is it all a scam? Should you sell everything and live in the woods? No. The hype is a bubble. The technology is real. Just like the internet in 2000. Pets.com died, but the internet survived. The crash wiped out the tourists, the gamblers, and the scammers, but it paved the way for the real revolution. The same will happen here, but you need a strategy to survive the crash. Rule number 1, don't chase the unicorns. Most AI startups will be dead in 24 months. If a company's entire value is .ai in the name, run. Rule number 2, the infrastructure play. If AI is the future, it needs energy. Look at nuclear, look at utilities, look at the plumbers of the grid. The grid is the bottleneck, and bottlenecks are where the money is. Rule number 3, the human moat. Don't try to compete with AI on average. AI crushes average, but AI cannot replace taste. It cannot replace strategy. It cannot replace human connection. Use AI as an exoskeleton. Be the pilot, not the passenger. The bubble will pop. Trillions of dollars of paper wealth will vanish into thin air. But if you keep your head while everyone else is losing theirs, you won't just survive, you will own the wreckage. But remember, when the tech bubble bursts, the Federal Reserve will panic and turn on the money printer to save the economy. And when they print, where do you hide? In the next episode, we explore the ultimate hedge, gold versus Bitcoin. This is Rogue Capital. Class dismissed.